No, 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 no.
Impressive, isn't it?
Of course, I mean, don't you know?
Where to the
One. I'm gonna catch you.
Okay. Hello!
Hello?
Hello, Rap. Seems that my arm decided to break today.
That is unfortunate.
It is. I didn't have a chance to find a mechanic yesterday, so I suppose that's the natural consequence of it. Can't even grab my gun. Well, I suppose part of what we'll have to do is find a mechanic. Unless you have something planned today.
I hadn't talked to all of the corporations yet, but that can be done later, I think.
If that is what you wish to do, you can... I have to go put in some reports in the computer. If you wish to go meet with the corp, go ahead and do that. Ow. Okay. I'm gonna put the reports in the computer. I'll meet you. Well, if you're coming, you can come with me. I suppose it doesn't really matter. There's not many reports to write today. And nobody was really talking in the radio channels that we have, so it works. I did hear reports that there will be at least 2 people coming around today, so I have to stay up here.
Why would they be coming to the upper city?
I haven't told me much other than that they wanted me to be up here. I believe one was the new employee that we got, Marceline. Who was the other one? I think it was just someone who I haven't met before. Sent me an email. This is incredibly inconvenient to type with only one hand. Okay, that's what we need. Not much going on this week, apparently. Today. Not much going on today, apparently. Which corps have you been to? Which corps haven't you been to?
I have had a proper talk with Nirvana, Talaris. We had that talk with Quixote, but I had not followed up with them.
Have you talked to Suniti yet?
Sort of. Honestly, I can't think of much that they can do for us that they haven't already done.
That's fair. The only reason I ask is that I was gonna go visit Suniti for this, but I suppose it'd be more productive somewhere else. Do I have to put someone on the dominant side? It's gonna be bad if I have to shoot. Sure.
Well, if you wish to go to Suniti,
Where do you want to go?
I can see if
Let's go.
there's someone at Wodo. I haven't directly talked to.
Sure.
Yeah, I haven't talked
If
to
you want to
Wodo
go to
or
Wodo,
Mars
go ahead.
yet.
I suppose. Let us pause for a second. Are you sure it's a good idea to introduce your planet to all the various corps?
Well, they would find out anyway, wouldn't they?
That is true. They would find out. Are in the Union registry now.
Yes.
Want to find you? They already found you. This will get them on the good, I suppose. I suppose I'm not going to stop you and give you the warning. Careful.
I will do the best I can.
Good. Well, if you wish to go to Wodo is certainly powerful right now. Leading in the stocks. Whatever that means. Apparently, you were at that meeting. You know that Goldman's getting ahead in the race.
Yes?
Well, I won't hold you up. Go ahead. I think Wodo is instructions.
Have a good day.
I actually don't know what's. Yes, you as well.
Scoreboard. It picks up some of the slack on it. Because if a company's doing good, you get paid. Long story.
Scoreboard with benefits. Very cool. Hi, Mr. Eliandu. Hi, Mr. Eliandu.
We both went the opposite directions. I need to go back to my room to adjust a couple things without being being obvious in roleplay. Oh, I saw something. I'll give you a minute and I'll properly respond. Hello, Emilio, and thanks for the follow, both Emilio and Sakura. Looks like Streamlabs is working again, so that's nice. I don't know why it wasn't before. No options. My name is Rhapsoidia. I am an emissary from the planet of Tonos.
What business do you have here?
I wish to speak with a representative from Woto about the possibilities of the integration of my planet with the world outside of ours.
Please hold on a moment. Attention to Woto staff. There's an alien at the gate requesting an audience. Sadly, we are on maximum security and cannot let you through the gate. If a representative decides to come down, so be it.
Okay then. Should I wait a little bit then?
Yes. Recruit, if you could please press the button. Through the... Good job.
I've gotten good at the standing
So how's the
still.
weather up there?
It's just fine.
That's good to hear. You don't mind if I see some identification?
Of course not.
Ah, Union boy. Recruit, come here. Sir, if you would please hold your hands out wide. Recruit, I want you to search this man. If you find anything suspicious, tap dance.
Please do be careful.
All right, you're good.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, look,
Just fondle the naked alien.
a representative for you to speak to.
Oh, that is fortunate. I was hoping to speak with a I was hoping to speak with a representative of Woto about the possibilities of integrating my planet, Tonos, into the culture, the society of the world outside of ours.
Okay. Let's go into my office and we'll speak there. Come on in.
Thank you.
You may take a seat if you wish, but I prefer standing.
Okay then.
This is Koizugan, all upper city. Assets of the Union, please let me know what is available today.
So, your planet.
Yes.
What exactly is your proposal to integrating your planet to?
I haven't been able to think too much. I do know that you deal with food. A cultural exchange, possibly. Introduce some of your foods to our planet and we can introduce some of ours to yours.
Well, I mean, there's more that we can, that Woto can do besides food. We mainly also do terraforming and infrastructure.
Well, I don't think we need any terraforming, but you might be able to learn from our infrastructure. Possibly. I don't know. I don't know everything you know, but in comparison to what I've seen here, most of our lives are incredibly different.
Hmm. Well, maybe it would be something that we can just exchange our ways of doing it and your cultural ways of doing it. So, just a little more integrated in that sense. Maybe we can use it and spread it across to other worlds and stuff like that.
That certainly sounds reasonable.
Hmm.
That is all I have.
If that is the biggest part of, yeah, if that's all you needed, I will bring this to my superiors and we will
Okay, then.
discuss
Then
possibilities.
I will talk to the people back at my planet about this and a number of other things.
Of course. You might want to also talk to another corporation, try and see what they have to offer as well. There's a lot of other corporations
to,
here.
Most of them at this point. The only one I haven't directly talked to at all would be Mars.
Understandable. They have been very busy, it seems, but
Knock, knock.
yeah,
Am I interrupting something?
Mr. Ricky. No, we were just finishing up.
Hello?
I'll go continue.
But yes, I'll bring this to them in a formal meeting, and we'll talk about the options for your planet.
Thank you.
Of course.
It is good to open relations with all of the corporations.
Indeed.
Yes, I will.
I'll have a guard see you out.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead and go to the gate.
Have a good day.
You as well.
I wonder what they're thinking. Awesome. Sorry. Headphones acting up a little bit. May I be let out, please?
Yes, absolutely.
That was a little loud. if you can hear me, Koi, I'm sorry for not responding earlier, but I was talking with a representative from Moro. I do believe you know what I am, my status at least. I am thinking about going to the Undercity, though. Seeing what that has to offer.
You are fine if you wish to go to Undercity. You are free to. Unfortunately, I have some business up here, so I will be meditating at Union Tower. I will be up here for, I'll give another 45 minutes to an hour.
That is fine. I do hope you don't need to wait too long.
Oh, it's relaxing. I'm meditating right now, so it'll be fine. Go enjoy yourself. See the sights.
Mild concern. Hello?
Hello there.
I wish
Who
to...
are you guys?
I am Rhapsoidia. I'm an emissary from the planet Tonos. I was hoping to speak with one of
You
your
have an
representatives.
appointment?
No, but if one is required, I can make one.
We just went into a meeting, that's all.
Do you know if there's a good, if there is a time I should be coming back to see if they are available?
He just came back from something important, so it's gonna be a long meeting, but I can bring you in and see who responds.
I do see.
Never mind.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing fine.
All right, what can we do for you?
I was hoping to talk to a representative from Mars about the possibility of or how to incorporate my planet, which was recently discovered, in with the society, culture, and such that is outside of ours.
Hello there.
Right.
Hello?
Okay.
What pleasure do we have the Union?
This is more a personal matter, at least in regards to my race, not directly.
Sorry,
with the
Duca.
Union.
It's all good.
Very well.
Oh.
As I was telling
I,
Duncan, I believe I wish to speak with someone about how it would be best to incorporate my planet to the society outside of it, at least on Mars. With Mars. I've already talked to the other corporations. And
Very well. Would you like to speak in our office?
that should be fine.
Alright,
If you are busy, though, I can come back.
Did you
at a
handle
later
this?
time.
No, it's fine. What'd you say?
I'll let you handle this. I should probably go over to
Yeah,
Lodo
I've got
to-
this. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure thing. Right over to the office.
You're in good hands.
Go and let him in. Yeah, you're protected here. Lord
is
Krelk, if you can
appreciated.
hold those well.
Got this way, sir?
Gladly.
Thank you. I do have to say, your weaponry is not particularly compatible with my race.
Are you too feeble?
I believe Korgak was his name. He saw me try to fire one, and it did not end well.
I see. Well, I mean, here at Mars Corp, we do custom armor. I'm sure we can do custom weaponry as well.
Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
It's the volume of it which is the biggest problem.
Right in here. Ah. All right. So yes, how many of you people are we talking here?
Well, an entire planet. However
Entire
that
planet,
is-
okay.
It was Tonos
Do you have
was.
perhaps an estimate? Hard to tell, I'm
Yes.
sure. Well, let me ask you this. Did you have any weaponry at your planet? If so, what kind? Was it more small arms?
It is the weaponry that I have seen in what are effectively museums at this point were sound-based like the rest of our technology.
I see. Okay. I would probably have to talk with Luca, head of R&D, about developing some sort of a custom fit prototype. We'll most likely start with some small arm stuff, and then work our way up to further, further develop, weapons for the future.
That does seem reasonable. I do know that, like I said, the volume of your weapons is the biggest problem. My kind of very sensitive to sound. In
Then
short.
you should go to Quijote. We have no need for weaklings purchasing our arms.
No, Lord Croak, we have technology capable of doing something like that, with no sound. I'll just have to talk with Luca.
Oh,
Have you never heard of a suppressor?
That's what I was thinking,
I know what
something
that means.
like an integrated suppressor.
You know not
It,
what it means.
no, I
see.
do know what the word means, but I don't know the context specifically.
Basically, some of our weapons we can develop, which have a integrated suppressor, which means you won't hear the loud pop of the bullet projecting out of the weapon.
No, that should certainly
It's
be
very
helpful.
quiet. That it will. So sensitive to sound, I mean, we'd have to develop large quantities of these integrated suppressed weapons. I think that's something we can do. I would just need to talk with Luca, and developing some sort of a prototype, something that also can fit for your guys' race.
That would certainly be appreciated, but if it is too much work, this is not needed. My planet has not seen war in 100 years, so we don't need it.
Disgusting.
We'll take some time to develop a prototype. That's something we can jot down and put into the works.
Well, that would be appreciated. I do wish to be able to have my people be one with the society, the culture of the world around us.
I see. Well, sometimes it can be a very brutal society, depending on who you meet.
Yes, I've heard of a number of problems up here and down in the lower levels.
Right. That's why us at Mars, we tend to keep order. Isn't that right, Lloyd Croak?
Indeed.
See, we do for a lot of the weapons and armor as well. Speaking of which, if you guys ever do need any custom fitted armor as well, we can probably come up with a contract in regards to that
Well, if we...
for the foreseeable future.
I don't think we'll need it in the foreseeable future, but I do know that it would need to be able to transmit sound. It wouldn't block sound.
I see. Okay, well, I'll see what I can do, in regards to these weapons, and, I'll let Luca know, see if he can, develop anything in regards to that. Again, you know, it might take a little bit, but,
And that is fine.
you know, us here at Mars, we deal with all sorts of prototypes.
At least it is a challenge.
That is. And as some
Hello?
lawyers, we love to overcome challenges.
Oh. I think that is about it.
Okay, well, very well. Thank you so much for your business and your time.
Yes, and you as well. Do have a good day.
Of course. Until... Sure thing.
Take care.
I swear, if we start holding meetings in here, I'm flipping this table. Just saying.
It wasn't so important, you know, the more important one. Fair enough. I know this room's a bit small for you guys, don't we all?
Excuse me? Maybe we let out, please? Thank you. It is not consistent whether those are one way, two ways, whether they need things. Holy shit, did I read that right? 63 people in the upper city? Wow. I was going to go to the Undercity, but I haven't had a proper talk with Yehuda yet. kidding. I just got my vaccine today, and this position is not good. It's not, at least, the best for for dealing with that. Interesting. I wonder if I haven't like properly noticed the music before. I would not have guessed this. Hello?
Ah, greetings. What does the union require of here?
I had a talk yesterday with one of the Quixote representatives, and he said I should come back at a later date when I believe it was PR was around or available.
Wait right here.
Okay.
Alright, you're good to go. I'll see you around.
Hey,
Oh, how can I help you?
see ya. Hey, I'm here to get an order in. Hey, you guys have some parts that I should be ready to go and just pick up. I have the money. I'm from another part of the city, so I figured I'd get straight from the source. That way I don't have to worry about shipping and all that.
That's fair. Have you talked to anybody before?
Not here yet, no, so I don't have an appointment. I was
Hello.
just kind of
Hello.
hoping you guys had a shop to just
Good to see you
quick
again.
grab the parts and all that,
Good to
or
see you as
someone I
well.
can talk to.
Sure, there are a few
So,
of us.
Did you?
Do you have an idea of what you're looking
Like
for specifically?
Victor said yesterday,
Yeah,
I've been going around talking to the different corporations, seeing how it would be
Nothing
best to
combat
integrate
related,
my planet
is
into the
mostly
society
just the
that is outside of ours.
pleasing robots that you guys can make sometimes. I'm taking a few
I've
of
already
those
talked
parts,
with
I'm reconstructing them
one of your
for another
representatives. I can't remember
synthetic
his name. He had a
that somebody
mask
wants
on.
to reprogram or something. I don't know.
Mr. Reed, most likely.
Gotcha.
Just the
And-
half mask.
Yeah. And he said I should talk to, or he didn't want to have a talk without
Like I said,
PR.
I have all
believe
the
it was
money
PR
for
he said.
everything. I've been saving up for it, and they got the payments in.
Icharod
All
Mitsuyami. It's
I
nice
to
to
do
meet
is
you.
pick them up.
You can call me Ika.
Okay then.
Gotcha.
Rhapsoidia,
Alright.
if you haven't gotten my name yet.
Well, Reed's not here, so typically he handles a lot of the synthetic ordering
So,
for parts and stuff. Ika,
Would you
do
like to
have
talk
any
out
idea
here
where
or
Reed is?
inside?
Inside, of course. I'm sorry, what was it? Do you have any idea where Reed is? No clue. His cat was here. That's the most I got. Sorry. Please, after you. Gotcha. It's a
Thank you.
long story.
Thanks. Could anyone else help me with that?
Sure, you've been
Just that one guy.
in and out of these corporations. As different as we are, a lot of our layouts are the same.
Yes, it has been.
We have our
Mostly when people have referred to offices, they have gone that way.
If you'd like, we can go to mine. Or would you like to see something else?
Do you have something else you would like to show me?
We take pride in our research and development, so
Okay
I guess
then.
the labs would be more appropriate.
Super appreciated this. Customers were really excited.
So as far as we're concerned, our main priority for as a corporation is the advancement of technology and society. It's definitely our forefront, I guess. And so that's why R&D vision is very important to us. More so than a lot of other things that we do. Well, she wishes to order some parts off of us and build a synthetic.
I do know our technology at Tonos
To
is
clarify, I
certainly different.
Chassing a synthetic that's already been made. They just want to look more popular and conch with the times. So I'm going based off of the statistics of the popular looks and trying to make a
Conch
very
with the
attractive
times.
synthetic.
As this side of the lab is mostly where everything happens. Well, everything besides, and I apologize for this, the giant hole in the wall on the opposite side. They like to test their new developments in-house rather than, out and about. But that's perfectly fine as long as it's in a contained environment.
And as long as you are fine with it, then I suspect it's okay.
That old chassis from yesterday.
Nothing a few band-aids can't fix. But I was curious, you said your technology is a bit different?
Yes, it is incredibly sound-based, and
I don't know where Monty
the vibrations that come from sound.
Huh.
Wish you best of luck.
Does that work for machinery as well, or simply...
It provides our power and a number of other things. It's when used correctly, it can be incredibly versatile.
Sound technology. That's actually very interesting, and I don't think that's anything we've really moved into. Is there anything else at your planet? Would you say this is more something that you thrive in, this type of technology, or would you say it's
Yes.
kind of a side project?
Sound is at the core of our society.
That's interesting. Actually, if he's not busy, I'd actually like for you to meet Phil! Oh no. I have to catch him. Come here! Or stay there. We'll come to you.
What?
The one that you may have
So
seen
they express
before?
the most important part.
Yeah, I've seen this one.
Hello.
Bowl cut
Hello.
hair.
This
that's,
is
like,
Phil.
pink color.
He's
They
a part of our
really
R&D
like that the
division.
most.
He
And
specializes in
also
hard light.
The blue-hued, fleshy face. That's
Well, it is good to
the
meet you.
top two parts.
And
The rest can
He has notes in his
work
eyes.
with either this selection or that selection.
I'm sorry?
Because those are the most compatible. But this
You know,
third,
music
they
notes.
technically
Right?
bring up their
oh,
stats,
well, that's
also
actually why I wanted him to talk to you,
media.
because
That's what they're
apparently
worried about.
what their plan is he's trying to find a way to integrate. They actually use sound as a source of
Yep, they're
energy
very,
and
very
mechanics in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And I thought that'd be something you'd better to talk to him about, as he was looking for, ways to expand for his planet and, conglomerate with
maybe
everyone.
have maybe have Quixote and others learn from our society as well.
Mm. They're huge
these-
nerds. R&D is crazy. They all they do is work.
That'd be great.
So that's why I can see you two being good friends at some point.
Well, I have to apologize, but I haven't exactly had time for any sort of music as of recent.
Give me
That
a
is
few
unfortunate.
minutes to run
But it
Yes.
is more than just music that we deal with.
equipment. And we'll grab a
Hmm.
couple of chassis.
The
We have a few left in stock.
as I believe it has been said, more the core of sound, the vibrations.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Indeed.
By the way.
So, is there anything else? Anything you would like to know?
Well, this is certainly intriguing, but I'm afraid I
Yeah, I'll have to be right
don't really
back.
have the time to delve into many new subjects right now.
Go stand by the
That is
window.
unfortunate.
Don't fall out.
I'm sure there's some time we can make up after when he's not so busy. They often do have their needs and studies.
Have you
But
forgotten about the? you
No,
know,
I know. That's why
Yeah.
I'm not too worried. I just thought an introduction would be proper, so that later on,
Fair enough.
have a meal or something, talk science.
Are you trying to?
No, I'm just saying. He's. We would like to accept him in his integration if he was to join us on Carvanus 3. And so I figured since we obviously like new type of technology, it'd be important that we started relations.
All right. Well. If I could just excuse me for a moment.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait. Now hold on.
There you go.
Thank you.
Feel free to contact me at a later time then.
I do
And
suppose
we
in the
can
meantime.
talk about this music theory of yours.
I do suppose in the meantime I can contact my planet, possibly get more information, and tell them that you are interested in learning. That kind of thing.
Yep.
Well, if that is all,
Let's continue.
Oh,
We can let them do what they're gonna do. that one's a bit there's a reason I'm PR and they kind of do their job, They're kind of not too social. Just
Well,
between us, don't.
everyone does have their uses, strengths and weaknesses, that kind of thing.
Indeed. Suppose we can go to my office now that I've showed you the Mo part. Was there anything you were curious about? In particular?
Not entirely certain. I do know you deal in advanced technology. Hello?
Our prize is hardly. Oh, it's just a good friend.
I'm
He
sorry,
works with
just
our
walk. Say that
security.
again.
Nothing. He just works with our security. I'm just bothering you.
Sounds good. I'll bother you later then.
Perfect. Alright.
Do have a good day.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, or almost have you run into him. What
It
you
is
were
fine.
saying?
It might be interesting to see some of the advanced technology that you have. See if it compares in any way.
So something into sort of a demonstration? We often, R&D always loves to show off their toys, so I'm sure it's something that I can easily set up for you. Not sure how long it would take for them to set it up, but...
A demonstration would be fine.
I'll have to call them then.
For
Actually,
now,
I'll just
though.
message them.
For now, though, I do believe that just talking, maybe showing a couple of examples, at least
So mostly, we deal with, obviously, I say hard light as that's one of our prized possessions. No one else on Corvinus 3 nor on many other planets have access or the knowledge that we have on it.
And what exactly is
something
that?
that
I
we
haven't heard of it before.
Think of it as an obtainable source of energy that is... what's a good way to describe it? You know what plasma is, right? And its more so corrosive properties in a sense.
I've heard the word, I haven't really studied it.
Think of a sun. That's actually a good example.
Okay.
If you were to not necessarily harness the sun's energy, as that's already solar energy, but more to a physical aspect of using it, a tangible source of solar energy. While it's not solar energy per se, it's light, of course. It's able to give form and shape and meld it in a sense to where it could be used for energy resource, defenses, offenses, and things of the like. Quixote as a whole, I don't know if you've heard, but we are at, as well as research and development, a military company of sorts. We take pride in our military just as much as we take pride in our advancements.
Yes,
and those advancements are shown.
I was referred to Quixote by a Lord Croak when I was talking to Mars.
Exactly, our brothers. They also are the other end of the spectrum when it comes to weaponry, but just as viable when it comes to the military. We do have our shared sources and such. We would like to think that they back one another, our advancements in our military, which is why we take so much pride in it, because the further our advancements, the stronger our military, the more we can protect and serve, and so on and so forth.
That is true.
Yeah.
So you
we
harness
don't necessarily...
light, then?
Simple way to put it. Harness light and turn it into a usable source.
That actually sounds a little bit like how we deal with sound.
Which is why I wasn't exactly so crazy or opposed to the thought of using sound in such a way as well, having it harnessed.
Is it possible
definitely
to
sounds like something the most
show me an example of hard light?
That we can see if we can grab Phil for really quickly, because as he is the head of it, he has a very nice example of the defensive mechanisms hard light can have. Let's just hope he didn't run off too quickly. Which is why I think as well your integration with us would be smooth. I can see two types of sources, light and sound, combining to create something incredible.
Possibly. I do know incorporation with Mars is going to be more difficult at best. I'm not entirely sure how much I'm going to directly talk to them unless they wish to talk to me anymore, because their weaponry is not particularly compatible with me, and I'm going to guess by my kind.
Very primitive almost, but effective.
It is a
Mr. Reed.
It's a little bit of a different problem.
They were working on her earlier with Phil.
Is Phil down here?
I didn't check yet. Ika, I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm looking for Phil.
He may be here.
Might be back there.
Phil.
But yes.
He's not.
That is unfortunate.
But what is fortunate is that Mr. Reed is here now, and Mr. Reed is the head of our R&D department. Mr. Reed.
Yes.
I would like for you to meet my new friend, who I will have him introduce himself as I introduce you.
We have actually already met. Like I said yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, I completely forgot. Sorry,
Yes.
I'm in PR mode right now. I'm just trying to make sure I cover all.
It's fine. They came in to inquire about the mishap that happened with the outside our doors, since one of them was involved, and most likely
If you'll
told them that
excuse me.
we let them go back down there, and if they're seen back up here, we'll most likely give them back to Atlas. No. What's that?
Office. He's
Astro.
speaking with
Astro. There you go.
who decided to swing by.
So.
Did you talk about technology at all, and the fact that they have a source of energy that is?
Of course. Well, we have more for a later date. I kind of saved that for you. We didn't really get too deep into it, but we did touch light about it. Yeah.
Was there anything they had questions on? He was very interested in. I know it's not necessarily your division, but hardlight and such. That's why I was looking for Phil. To have him demonstrate.
Phil's around here. Phil's around here somewhere. I'm pretty sure. Soon
Here, I'll go look for him. Please, get to know each other further.
Right. Well, like I said, mostly my skills are mechanics and, well, with drones and whatnot. Phil is more into the highlight of research.
So, can you show me an example of what you are best at?
I'm drunk. Sure. I will. Surveillance, drones, security. Most likely anything, well, usually the things that usually tend to move more of a mechanized, and most likely software development for this.
It is quite small.
This is the smallest one, which I'm most likely seeing if I can get even smaller. Though there are big ones, but usually that's for more, well, large-scale reconnaissance. This is for more personal use.
And how does it transmit the data? Because I am seeing myself on your arm.
Yes, wirelessly, towards me.
Excuse me for sounding a little less technological than you, but if we were to have something like that, it would be sound based. It would be.
Ah, interesting.
So if you could explain the.
Yes.
If it's
so
not
think
sound,
of it this way. It's electromagnetic waves that go through the air. More so of, basically it transmits, I receive, and the image here receives to whatever it's seeing in the camera. If you can look at it really closely, there's a little camera right in front of, like right in this little thing. And you can zoom in, and also...
That is it. That's quite interesting.
It can go pretty far, though not too far, obviously, then I will lose its location.
It is interesting to see that there is other ways of communication, sort of at least, and sound.
In certain ways, yes. Visually. And most likely ways that, well, you don't want to be detected.
Yes.
So how would you do things with sound? I wonder.
Well, our power, how we power things, is a device that absorbs the energy from the vibrations of sound and then converts it into things that are not unlike, like these lights as an example.
Okay. Interesting.
Must have left again.
Little more soundless, but same basic
I wonder,
idea.
is it the vibrations that cause the power then, if it's by sound?
The energy created by
interesting.
the vibrations.
So it's more of a kind of like more, since the sound The sounds is the byproduct, but it's the friction that what causes the power, I believe, right?
I myself don't exactly know the specifics, but
interesting.
Phil seems to be out for the trip.
I'll hand them back to you. Power with sound. It's quite interesting. Maybe we can look into things. Love to see that.
See, I know. I get it.
Right. I'll be around if you need me. I'll be on our channel.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
As you see, they're very, I would very much like to, it's very difficult to get to, because as I said, Corvallis 3 specifically, we only really have one major hard light, researcher, which is Phil, the one that I showed you before. He actually uses it on his person. He, infuses it with his body armor, it seems, and it gives him solid protection from a lot of the elements, both physical and not. So I feel like getting in touch with him, and showing it off in that way would be best.
Like, society outside of ours has more developed on light than sound. The reason why it's so important to us is because, as some people have noticed, my mouth doesn't move. Because because I'm transmitting that sound from my body.
That's so cool. That's what I assumed once you mentioned that. I assumed you'd had something going with that. That's actually crazy.
If you wish, I can give you a more tangible example.
I'm interested.
So as I touch your skull, it feels something resembling a hand with two fingers. But when I start talking, it's basically like putting, you know those toothbrushes that do the music?
It's forcing the vibrations throughout the head rather than like in a physical sense.
So, this is me speaking. And are you okay?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That was really cool.
Yes. And I am interested how our technology would be able to be used for the most part by everyone else, since it doesn't seem you have the same structure as us.
Exactly. That's exactly what I would call it. I'm not even part of R&D, and I'm like actually excited. That's really, really cool to think. I know we say like, oh, we use light to make weapons, but sound is something. It's the other spectrum. It's
like I said,
cool.
It is quite versatile. If I wanted to, I could probably shatter that window relatively easily.
That is a thing, isn't it? Ultra. What is it? Ultra frequencies? Ultra high frequency?
I believe the word is the resonant frequency.
Yeah. That. Yes. Yeah, I can definitely see. If all else fails, I can assure you, Quixote is extremely interested in learning and growing together in terms of knowledge and equipment. Honestly, it seems like there could be a lot of use for it within like defensive mechanisms, maybe even some offensive, so on and so forth.
Did you?
Which, of course, as long as
hear some footsteps.
Oh my goodness! Yes, this is my friend Ghost. He is technically my personal bodyguard. Where is he? He can hear you.
Salutations. I was walking extra loud.
Listen, get this. He can he, like... Oh, man. So when he talks, it's not him using a voice. He's talking with his body.
I could effectively feel the vibrations from your boots on this. I'm going to guess it's marble floor.
Impressive.
That's insane.
It is.
It's so cool. Yes, this is...
What is your name?
Rhapsoidia.
Rhapsoidia. Ghost. Pleasure.
It is good to meet you as well.
Have you taken a liking to the corp and those within have been treating you well?
Yes, I have had a pleasant time here. I do. Kyoto is going to be one of the corporations we deal more with, if not purely for the fact of the advanced technology and how ours is developed in a different way.
Of course.
Just advanced in
Many
a
of
different way.
Yes. Many of the different corporations seem to focus more on either the past or the now. Quixote, as is quite apparent, tends to focus much more on the future. Future not just in technology, but partnerships as well.
Well,
And the betterment of people. Keep that in mind. Can't ever forget that.
I will certainly contact my planet, tell them about what I have learned here, and maybe at some point we might be able to send an engineer or two.
Oh, that'd be great. You
I don't think it's going to be any time in the next couple of days at least, because it took me
of course not.
a little bit of time to not only get prepared, but get here as well.
Oh, you're very far away then. Goodness. Well, I'm glad that you made it, honestly. Space travel's always kind of, I don't like it too much.
Yes, it was certainly a new experience.
Well, of course. I'll definitely, if you were to contact Phil, I can get your contact from him. And then if your planet would like to contact us, it would probably come to me, and then I could get back to you personally after the fact, and we can figure something out.
Of course.
Any other questions?
I do not believe so.
Would you like to, I don't want to keep you. I'm sure you're actually very busy. You have kind of a big job. It's kind of crazy. You're representing a whole planet.
For the time now, I do believe I'm going to see some of the other places that aren't in the upper city.
Oh. Would you like to, would you like company? Or do you have some already?
If you would like to accompany me, that is fine.
That'd be great. I need to get out of here. It's very stuffy all the time.
Okay then.
Do any of you have anywhere Phil is?
Nope.
Seems to be the popular man of the day.
Decided I need your help with stuff.
Is it the thing at Mars? Because I heard about that.
What was your idea of heading first? Or for the day, or...
I have been to the Callous Row a bit recently, so I was thinking about getting a better experience from the Undercity below it.
We might have something in store.
Somewhere I've never really been. Have you been?
Rarely.
So an experience for all of us.
Well then.
Come. Let's go then. To the Undercity. Was there anything that you needed to grab before you were to go, or were you heading straight there?
I was actually going to leave after this conversation.
Then let us go. Ghost, you good? You ready?
Heading towards the Undercity.
Yeah. We'll be back.
Don't go to Mars right now.
Don't go to Mars right now. We're going to the Undercity, which is not Mars.
Good. Nirvana has... Or, not Nirvana, but there's a quarantine zone around Mars. There's apparently a fucking alien thing there that can destroy the whole goddamn place. So now I'm organizing security assets to go help them. Fucking take care of that.
Right then. I'll grab the big shit.
I'm gonna go grab a few, things to fucking help out.
Well,
that is concerning.
Quite eventful as always. I won't stop you, but if you want to go check it out for like, still go peek our head in, I wouldn't mind.
It does seem dangerous.
That's true. You probably shouldn't go. Probably a bad idea.
No, I am not a fighter. So.
Of course. I'm just very nosy. I do things I shouldn't. I'm sure it's something that we can all handle up here, not too.
I certainly hope so.
Much.
They were mentioning not touching it. That in itself would be difficult.
As much as people panic, I'd like to think that we all have a good grasp on defenses and things we can handle.
I certainly hope so.
As do I. I wouldn't want to be welcoming you to a doomed planet. That would be not so great.
I have certainly heard of some of the problems.
There is a bit of a.
I was there when at least the threat was mentioned yesterday.
Yes, that is true. The planetary issue. It's something we're both worried and I think prepared for, and it's just a matter of when and how it's handled. And now that I think about it, the possible reason for this new quarantine zone would be because, not quite sure how much you heard or if you were there, but they were going to gather samples from a place they thought they could gather it from. And I would assume it's going a bit poorly, yes, right, as of late. But which in that case,
I am curious.
I'm not one for
how it would react to sound if that hasn't been found out.
So you do want to go look?
Possibly. But like I said, it is dangerous, and I'm not entirely sure I want to put myself in that danger because I am defenseless. I have if it is immune in some way or doesn't care, that could not end well for me.
So how about this? We go to the Undercity, we let that pan out, we come back, we check and see which corporation, which I believe we're getting a sample as well. If you wanted, you can come with come to see the assessment. I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem.
That might work out.
Have your test. So for now, we'll let them deal with the bad stuff. I'm not gonna have us go on public transportation, so I'm gonna take us there.
Okay then.
I can say it's more of a, off, what is it, a break from work. Granted, it is kind of your job to go and check out these places, but we could just pretend it's not. We can just assume it's a nice trip.
I am an advanced tourist.
Exactly. Please, get in.
Being able to roleplay? Fucking fantastic.
So,
love it. Delightful. Anyway.
I'm guessing the car is not loud.
No, it wouldn't be like overbearing loud now.
Because, as you've probably picked up, that matters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the vibrations probably. That'd
Yeah,
probably be way worse.
Rhapsoidia fainted after he shot a gun.
Oh my god. I will say, specifically, without spoiling anything, it is a low-profile vehicle, so it would probably be quieter than normal.
Okay.
So, it would be comfortable.
Can one of you tell Sci-Fi to try to get anyone who's not necessary right now up in the upper city out of the map? I just got a Steam VR bug or I got like Steam VR equivalent bug from the amount of people on the map currently, and I kind of need to be up here.
Is it the 11 frames, or is it
It's
something
the
else?
11 frames, and I didn't open Steam VR. It's just locked up because there's so many people on the map.
I know that at least when I open Steam VR and that happens, I just click on VR chat and that fixed it almost every single time, if not every single time.
Okay, one sec.
Yeah, make sure it's the focus of the computer. And she can't hear me. Yeah. So let's see whether or not I have to. Okay, first off, Undercity.
No,
Is that where you're going?
nothing changed.
Yeah, Undercity.
Okay. That's Corona.
Oh god.
Okay, let's see whether or not I have to restart VR chat, because I've been.
Oh, wow.
I haven't been getting.
God, there's a fucking mirror in this place. Holy shit! Thank God there's a mirror in this place. My vision is dying, but it fixed my frames at the very least.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Everything's mushy looking, but I'll have to make it work.
Yeah, I will see
see
you
you
there. I
there.
need to restart.
Oh, okay. I'll wait for you.
I can't wait for VR chat to fix this bug, or someone like Okay. Okay. Game is starting back up. I'm just going to mute audio for a little bit. So, in case the world I'm in, my home world, in case that music is problematic, it doesn't get heard on stream. Nope, there it is. That's just great. And my goodness, is Rhapsoidia too tall for this world? Okay. Oh boy. Ah. Arm, please. Arm, please. Ah. Okay, should be good to hear again. Got my first COVID shot today, so having arms like this has not been helping.
Yeah, I know. It's like
That's why I've been doing this.
Sore. Oh goodness. Okay.
There we go.
Your tablet. Ugh. Let me see something really quick.
It doesn't hurt that much, but still, that is more than it should.
Yeah. Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Alright. Suppose we could just start at the regular dock. Because
Okay.
there's a way to go through the other side, so we would have just went that way. So, you ready?
Me.
Mm.
Okay.
And here we are, I think.
Yeah, this
Pretty
does,
sure.
as far as I know, this is the place that I was shown last. Or where,
Mm.
yeah.
So, on your planet, is there any magic that you all indulge in, or is it strictly sound?
I know that one of the representatives from Talaris that I spoke to asked a similar question. As far as I know, we haven't had anything that resembles magic, but I do have that.
So definitely a more technological and physical aspect to your planet rather than anything else.
We do certainly understand emotion, though. It's just not as core to our society as sound is. Which I suspect you would be able to understand why it's so important to us. By this point.
Exactly. I can. It's like I said, it's not very often. I mean, it's not very often anybody really gets to learn about those kinds of things from, far away place and stuff like that. So coming across it and rare and actually interesting. And so
Yes,
past all the.
There has certainly been a number of different cultures that I have seen in only the 3 areas that I've really been so far.
Yeah, there's not too many major areas within Corvallis, at least in this area. It's mostly as you've been to Callous Row, and then the Undercity, and below the Undercity would be what people most call it the wasteland. It's a more very primitive and bare bones type of place. I don't know if you've heard or seen it.
I have heard of it once.
It's not as eccentric, but it has its nuances, I suppose.
Planet's doomed in 4 days.
I don't know, and I guess there's
Levanto?
And then the volcano is smoking. So that's good. That's not good. That was.
Was there anywhere that you wanted to visit specifically first? I'm not quite versed in this place, so like you said,
I
advanced tourist.
have only really been here once.
Then I suppose I'll follow your
We
lead.
might as well see what we can find.
What curiosity can pique? Wow, look at this place. I'm not too keen on magic, but this place is definitely one with it.
Do you know where the drugs are?
Yeah, I have been told that.
Man, fun.
Bye.
A whimsical bit to it, it seems. I guess that makes sense for magic area.
I almost get a mystical feeling, at least from this district.
Actually,
What
I know
area,
if we
though?
go up here.
Which is reasonable,
you can
I
feel
would
that
think.
too, can't you?
Yes.
I believe you can see the wasteland from here. I think. I don't remember too well. It's been a very, very long time.
Why are you playing?
What?
Put your gun away. Should I even be letting you carry that damn thing anymore? That's the
No, it's my
third
namesake.
time you pulled it today.
It's my name.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
What the? Oh my god.
So, this is probably my fault. You can still see, right? Like normally?
Yes.
Or is it strictly... Okay.
Yes, I do have
mean and
eyes.
try to get you to see something fun. Yeah, I know. I don't want to assume. I don't want to assume.
Oh, no. I'm not. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm out.
What?
Hello?
Shoot that thing a little bit.
I am
It was
not.
moving.
There are two people stood beside that thing. I am not shooting it.
listen,
You aren't
listen.
either.
What do you mean?
I am not going over there.
I think we should leave, at least for now.
You've literally
Bit
been
of
seeing
magic
spirits the whole time
going
we've been
on,
down
so-
here, and you're trying to tell me that that was scary?
I'm a little more concerned about those
We
two
had one
talking about
threaten us with a
shooting
Oh.
that thing.
Yes,
And
people,
that was scary.
people seem to be a bit, vile at times when it comes to those things.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Let's see what's this way.
Excuse me. I know you're doing like a tour thing, but do you know where drugs are? I was told there was drugs around here.
No.
I'm afraid I wouldn't know myself. I apologize.
Damn. Well, I'm sorry for disturbing your little jaunt. Have
It's
fun.
fine.
Bye bye.
Enjoy. Good luck with the drugs.
Thank you.
Maybe
this way.
Plenty of characters to show as well in these other areas.
Yes, the Undercity has certainly has the most variation.
How do you do with cold?
I can certainly feel it. Yes, that is ice.
Should we reverse or?
Yes, I certainly don't think it's such a good idea to go this way.
We can make our way around if we wanted, I believe. I would hope they're not harassing the poor turtle.
Oh, it's down there.
It's Mario.
That is not very stable.
Lovely.
Mm.
Oops. Hello.
That pile
There's drugs over there.
over there.
Afternoon, Captain Wendell.
Oh, I'm sure it would go over and just a gust of wind or something.
I get closer every time.
That does look like another closed shop, unfortunately.
Alright, let's
Darn.
fucking go.
Come on, bigger!
Pete? What an interesting name.
I hear my name.
Mm-hmm.
These tunnels are actually very interesting. Especially for traversing, it doesn't seem like what's the word? Conventional.
It does seem put together. Most of the Undercity.
this is different.
Just watch it with the guns.
Yes, I've been shown this area as well. The last time I was here, there was some cube floating around that pit, and it was glowing.
That pit is very deep, it looks like, and I do not want to be anywhere near it.
Billowing out the top of it?
Yeah, we did. Oh.
That's the one.
Well, at least I did.
What is this?
You were too busy trying to shoot that damn.
You're in the air district or by the elevator to the wasteland. See that
It was
this
really scary.
volcano has smoke pouring out of it, and you'd hear the distant rumbling sounding legit.
I heard somebody before was mentioning that there might be some sort of evacuation.
Alright, this might need to be done sooner rather than later. I heard
You have business here.
Materials are ready for free, but I
Oh, we're
wouldn't trust
just
that.
passing through, I suppose. We were curious as to what this was, actually.
If you are busy, I can come back later or leave entirely.
Please don't let us
it's more just like a community
impose.
meeting.
Well, we're trying to get a few people out, so probably not the best time to hear for you two.
Okay, then.
I suppose we should return at another time.
Because everything down here is built on top of spirit shrines that...
Onward.
Can you see all the particles coming out of that well?
Damn it, I forgot to put up my cameras.
Yeah. There's intense magic throughout the entire place.
About how far do you think, would you say your vibrations reach? The things you can see or feel?
I don't know, honestly. I think it partially depends on the vibrations and how strong they are. If it's being
that would
transmitted
make
through something like the marble of your labs.
I would also assume something of the sort of, the same vein of that you don't necessarily communicate normally, but through the vibrations. Would it be safe to say that you also hear the same?
Hearing and feeling is effectively one for us.
Oh. This place looks interesting. A bit creepy almost.
Yes. As a note, for those who don't know, I can hear this music. I can actually hear this music. Seems to be another pit. But yes, I was saying that hearing and feeling are basically the same things. With few exceptions.
Touch is just your receptive. Touch is
Yes.
just your receptive default.
Yes.
That's so cool. I could see it being a problem as well. Loud noises are uncontrollable, I suppose, for you.
Yes, they are painful.
Goodness. Don't you... This might sound weird too, because I'm sure you understand yourself better than anybody else would, but would it be possible to possibly create something to, I don't know, maybe assist you in combating that kind of thing? Maybe like sending out your own vibration to combat some something that would be considered harmful.
I would have to be prepared for it, first off.
Oh, so doably personal, just so long as you're prepared. Or doable personally.
Possibly.
I would think that could be something that we possibly could look into as well. And some sort of helpful defensive mechanism when it comes to those kinds of things.
The representatives of Mars were talking about armor. That's a possibility, not something that they're going to look into right now, I believe, but
I can even see something as reactive as hardlight armor with its speed and reaction. That would be able to sense some type of vibration or hardly reach.
All I know is that I cannot wear much clothing like you do, because it. I can hear every rustle. Things are harder to hear outside of it, and my voice would be muffled as well.
True. I didn't think of that, and that's actually a bit funny to think about.
Any kind of armor would be difficult. It would have to not disrupt sound somehow.
So you're thinking something like hardlight.
Possibly. I don't know exactly how all that works.
Eh,
it would certainly be interesting if that was possible, though.
I like to try and pretend like I can brainstorm like R&D does. Sometimes I come up with okay solutions or ideas.
Oh. This seems to be a puddle.
Shallow water, not too bad. A shrine of some kind.
Yes. One of the people in that group we saw did mention something about shrines. Might have to ask someone about it.
I only know there are traditional purposes from my family's telling and such.
Possibly.
At times an offering for spirits, at times an offering for gods, at times a grave for loved one.
I do believe offerings were mentioned at some point.
A way to pay respects, their dues and such. Not to get morbid or anything, but what would you say the average life expectancy of the race would be? As a human, we usually live a natural human, we usually live for about, on average, I'd say about 90-ish years, maybe a little longer, maybe a little less.
Well, how we determine time and how time is determined here, or at least seen, is different. I've heard mentions of hours, minutes, and seconds, days, years, but I cannot tell you how long they are.
Interesting. Would that be something you would be looking into as well? Possibly taking some type of clock from us to your planet to see how it reacts? Or the timing, I suppose?
Possibly. It might just be as much of a difference in how we call it, how we measure it.
How it's named, exactly. Could be that. We could just be on the same times and we just wouldn't know. This is very interesting.
Yes, this is A nice place.
Seems a bit unnatural yet natural at the same time. At least when it comes to this waterfall. But it could just be my eyes playing tricks on me.
Well,
I'm not one to be a nature connoisseur, but...
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Oh. Interesting.
It's a little steep, but it is able to be climbed.
Manageable. Most exercise I've done in a long time.
And there's more of those.
The subway system seems broken down, though, nonetheless.
Yes. Someone was mentioning that that was growing, that green spot, and oh boy, yes it has. Thought I heard someone. There is someone over there, but it doesn't seem that they were saying hi to us.
I didn't hear them. Quite the grove. I guess
Yes.
showing this was possibly a part of something else beforehand.
So what got you all riled up, huh?
Yes, welcome.
Get the shit out of me. Hold on, outside. Take it.
That seems like a good time to stay inside.
Are you alright?
Hope you don't mind me holding up here.
Yes.
Idea, I'll stick right in here as well.
Okay.
That sounded like it was
Hello.
right fucking next to us. Holy shit, that made me jump.
Tell you what, perhaps it might be better for now.
Yeah, I want to hold up.
Goodness, let's try to get somewhere a bit more.
Yes.
Oh well, if it's not the planet blowing up, it's gonna be a fucking gunshot.
Hey, it's get you.
But it'll be great.
Hello.
Interesting. We seem to have made a loop.
Yes.
Peekaboo.
Oh.
Hello?
Hi. A diner.
I think that's the one you was talking about a minute ago.
Right, exactly.
You hungry?
The one wanted talking. Yeah, I know.
I
can't
certainly
say
haven't
I
eaten
am, but
today.
I think I would be so happy as to treat you if you'd like.
If you would like to pay for it, then I suppose you can.
I insist. Please.
What do you
What
say?
can I get you? Got fish burgers, fish stew. I got fish on a stick. It's a lot of fish at the moment.
Let's try the fish stew.
Alright.
Oh.
Has Quinn come by yet?
No.
Nope, alright.
I haven't seen him at all.
Booba.
Okay, never mind.
Booba.
Oh no!
Booba.
Who's your studio?
I mean, you keep.
A lot of people I don't recognize in here.
Hello.
Thank you.
Ew, upper city folks.
If you wanna
Yeah.
tap the thing when you're ready.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It's spilled.
don't do that now. Oh, I'm already sitting. I'll do when I stand up. Is that okay?
Alright, someone leave
Sure.
Quinn.
Don't go near the big spirit, okay? It might eat you. That goes for everyone.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Thanks
Is
for
that
the warning.
big spirit
Keep
still
that in
going around?
mind.
Yeah. It was kind of in that corner just now, but it's fine. But,
Oh.
we are waiting in Wasteland. Don't know.
Magic place.
You still want to come?
This is
But
true.
probably should just in case. Not sure.
As of right now, I
So
don't
we're
know
heading
the
there
entrances
now.
into the volcano.
You're heading down there now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, or at least
Alright, I'll
shortly.
probably follow up
so.
in a little bit.
Okay.
What can I get you?
Quinn, are you anywhere?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh!
Hi!
Quinn is here.
I am here, sorry.
The workshop lady was looking for you. I think they were just shouting.
She was. Yeah, I kind of overcharged this morning, you know what? Wow, you got the music really loud in here. You must be
Quinn's here.
bumping.
I summoned them! Hello! Quinn! Your order's
What can I
ready.
get you, Rewind, if you were trying to
Who are
order something?
you?
You on the street?
I'm
Easy.
Bethany's assistant. I just came from the upper city and got all your parts.
Interesting. You seem familiar for some reason. That's fine. I mean, I follow strangers all the time. Why not? Let's go.
Of course, yeah, let's go.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Are you
I
okay?
guess I'll work later. Or not.
Nose is a little stuffy.
Yeah, you're gonna like my parts.
Enjoy. It's on the house for you today.
I do believe that is it. Thank you. It was
No problem, I'm glad you enjoyed.
delicious.
Yeah. Might have been a bit heavy on the salt. Jeez!
I think that might be the thing that I
yeah.
need to be careful of.
Right under the fire shrine, there's so much food in front of it, you greedy spirit.
Interesting. Okay, at least it doesn't seem to be hostile for the most part.
Well, I suppose we should. might
Can I
as
get you
well
something to eat, ma'am?
Leave. It seems to be getting a little
I was
dangerous
looking
here.
for a slimy water creature. I was told they might be able to help me with something I'm looking for.
You wanna try the, you wanna try the water district then?
Water district.
They might be cleaning out the pipes. Yeah.
I do know a few days ago that some spirits were sucking the life force out of people, or something like that.
Oh, that sounds actually terrible.
I told a spirit to light them on fire.
Hello?
Atlantis?
Yay!
Yeah, I mean,
Hello.
most corps are.
It's okay, it's just a sin.
for quite a few of them.
Mm.
At the moment, I'm working for Atlantis.
It might be
harmless.
Oh,
Laughable.
Oh?
Especially that Max fella, yeah. What's up?
Have you seen the slimy water creature?
There's a path over there.
They could help me find something I was looking for.
Would you like to check it before we head out?
Sure.
So far, just be sitting work. That's it.
We should talk to Rowan that's leading the way.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I understand.
Almost dropped my phone. Sorry. Seems to just be a hot spring. As the sign would depict. Might even be one of the self-service type.
Possibly.
Feel more relaxed. They're not a magical plant, they're a natural. Oh, okay. So, yeah, you'd have the normal effects. You know, you would feel generally better, muscles would be relaxed, sore tenderness would be easy. Sure, okay. Okay, cool. Cool, nice. Yeah, thank you. No great thing. No problem. I appreciate it.
What the heck? Oh. Oh. Hey! How have you been? I haven't seen you in forever. Do you remember me?
Yes, I do, but what are you doing here?
We're just looking around. Why? Are you okay?
How long have you been here?
We were just walking up.
Okay, well, I'll see you guys later.
Okay. Nice seeing you
Nice seeing
again.
you. Yep.
Have a good day.
That one's always, he's kind of weird. I always get that vibe from him. He's a good guy, though. Just very, out there sometimes. He talks to synths. Or at least he tries to. Not sure if it works or not. Like, inanimate synths, like the cleaning bots that you see in the upper city. I saw him talking to one time.
Really? Interesting. Well, this does look like it would be nice. I think we should be heading back.
Sounds good. I'm all for it. Like I said, I don't get out much, so walking about's a bit draining at times.
But yes, he did seem surprised that we were here.
Some would often call suspicion, but I've seen him act like that before, even in normal situations, so I don't think he'd be the one to be suspicious.
Okay, then.
A nice guy, nonetheless. One of Bodo's bodyguards, I assume. I at least see him around them in a
I have
capacity.
seen him around a number of times now. He is interesting. That small creature, though, that was following us, it seemed to have multiple voices.
Possibly. Well, usually, like a natural alien would be, some It would be best to keep walking, I assume.
Yes.
Some avians would often copy. Oh, that's true. You might not have. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm so sorry. You probably might not have something like that from where you're from. I'm an idiot. Scientific term, they're avians. Regular, easy term, they're birds. Oftentimes, at least when it comes to natural wildlife and avians, some learned how to reproduce sound that they hear, mimic speaking and such.
Pretty much. What we figured we asked anyway. Hello, strangers!
We're running into plenty of people we know.
Documentary of our first time inside the Undercity. Oh, hi!
Yes!
Say hi to the camera!
Yes, everyone wave!
It's also a documentary. We'll fix it in post. Say, what brings you to the Undercity?
Well, we simply were just walking around and observing. Never been down here too many times, and so we thought it'd be nice to
you balancing that
acquaint ourselves with it.
Right. It's like a ton of fun. What's your favorite part of the Undercity so far?
Open that so you can drink it.
I'd say the different personalities. It's quite interesting.
Ooh, hear that? Interesting people. Looking forward to seeing them. And what about you, my tall patriot?
What?
I would say the
understanding
grove.
each other. Well,
It has a nice
never thought spirits
feeling
existed.
to it.
That sounds wonderfully relaxing. We'll see if we can get the permission to stop by there. You hear that? They've got nature shit down here. How crazy is that?
I would be careful. There has
that's
been
so
a
much
couple
nature.
gunshots.
Let's go check it out.
Yep.
Oh, we
don't
will
worry.
see.
I'm prepared.
Okay then.
Well. Good on you,
Either way, take care.
Have a good day.
What jokesters? They wetting a finger on us. Goodbye.
Goodbye, fishing robot.
Seems everybody's trying to get out and about today.
I cannot say I expected to see those two or Manu.
Yeah, that's interesting. Then again, I don't know what I was expecting. I'd never leave. I mean, I go to the upper city, I go home, I work. It's tedious, but, someone's had to do it kind of thing. It's a good job still, though.
I mean, I do have a knife, but why would I use a knife when I have a gun?
Yeah, that seems
That's so old-fashioned.
Took all my credits.
Right.
Like, this seems a whole lot more scary than this, don't you think?
Yeah, you said you wouldn't use the knife because it was more silent.
What?
Or the gun because it was more silent.
There were already people shooting today, but
Right, there's really loads of people shooting apparently. Not here to guide you.
Hello, Koi.
Oh, the gentleman from the Union.
Hello, Rap. How is it going? Seems that you two
Quite
are
alright.
having a fruitful discussion.
Simply, a nice time away from the upper city.
Ah, well, you picked a good time. Would you like to be debriefed on what just happened?
I did hear before we left there was something going on with the Mars contamination.
I'm guessing it has been resolved.
Yes. Let me just bring my voice down, just in case. They had the sample in the Mars arena. They decided to blow it up. The sample got into the vents, and everybody's in quarantine.
Oh. Understood.
I'm guessing that is still the case?
They are currently moving people out of quarantine by spraying them down and then scanning them. I was one of the first people to be treated. That's why I'm down here.
Should we not return then? At least for now?
Well, one, you are not able to return currently as the boats are not letting you go there.
Oh.
But, I wouldn't recommend going there either way. It seems to be a very volatile situation, considering it turned into a strange amalgamation of a creature that we all had to shoot at. It was weird, to say the least. I'd recommend staying down here, as for once, I think this place is more safe than the upstate, which is a statement.
Do be careful, there have been gunshots and a hungry spirit roaming around.
You know what? Gunshots I can deal with. A mystical plague from another world that is taking over control of everything. I'm gonna pass on that. Don't want to deal with that today.
Well,
So shall we go to the row then?
I suppose so.
Well, I hope
Would
you
you
two
like
have a
to join
wonderful
us?
time. You know what? Sure, I would love to.
Okay then.
In that case, off to the row.
Let us go to the row.
Well, that was convenient timing.
I know.
Boy! We're going to the row!
God damn it. I'm following you.
Fuck.
Okay, sure, you can follow me. Wait, why the fuck are you here?
Where the fuck are you?
It's my break.
There was an explosion in the upper city!
It's my
What?
break. Leave me alone.
Did you say anything?
Okay. Not on the radio, no, this is classified information so far. If you find us in the row, you can
I'm
talk to
here
us
on the
about it,
boat.
but-
Go
Okay,
on.
we're on the boat together. Okay, so there was an explosion in the upper city because they put the sample that they found from the space thing in the Golden Lance in the Mars arena, explosives on it. It exploded, turned into an amalgamation of something. Then everybody shot it with weapons. It somehow dissolved and went into the vent, and the majority of the upper city is currently in quarantine.
I'm going to restart video chat. I believe Mimikar's already gone.
Okay. Well, you know what? At the same time, the volcano is about to erupt, and our spirit talkers got along with Talaris, and now they're headed to the wasteland to try to see if they can't stop it from blowing up and killing all of us.
Well, that's they can go deal with that. That sounds like fun.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Wait, what's happening in the room?
I'm not kidding. Nothing. We're going to the row for that exact reason.
Yep, see you there.
Okay.
Thank you, Josh. Pardon me as I restart VR chat yet again. It doesn't hurt that much, but still. No. Can't T-pose. Can't T-pose. It's a good thing I don't really need to. For those that haven't heard, I got my COVID shot, my first COVID shot today. Arm is sore. Other than that, I'm fine. Man. 52 people in the upper city.
evacuation, something like that. And I was openly shitting on Conrad when he was just standing there. Cause like, he's being so casual about it, they're so pampered, they're like, oh, other people will do it for us, and we had to fucking clean up the mess down the row ourselves. I was just shitting on him while he was standing there with his fucking cigarette or his vape.
Alright, let's go RP? Would you like to go RP?
1 second.
I guess.
Why do I have two? Why do I have two pistols?
We'll figure it out. I'm probably gonna jump into the thing here, and then because we're gonna have to coordinate this because you know.
Suddenly,
Okay.
she disappears.
No, not disappearing. You know, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go take care of something.
Okay, I think we're good.
Hold on.
Fantastic.
Let me do something really quick.
I was go vibe with spirits, but I guess we're vibing in the row. Fantastic.
Vibing in the Ritz car.
I mean, you didn't have to go with us.
Well,
True.
I decided to because there's reasons.
I know, and I'm glad you did, so now I have an excuse to bail. Alright. We go to the Undercity docks.
Aww.
Undercity tunnel.
That boat ride never gets faster.
Like, you'd think it'd get easier. Like, you'd get less motion sick after you use it, like, multiple times, but it just keeps getting worse every single time.
And I have to say their motorization on that thing is not the best. Maybe they should search for some type of upgrade or something.
I think they would. But I doubt they can afford it. Just everyone. Good.
The row I'm a
What
bit more
business do
familiar
you have
with.
in the row?
Nothing.
what's
We were just going out for a walk.
Not being
we were
in the upper
seeing
city because
sights.
we can't go.
That's fair. You know what? I've still yet to figure out what this place is.
Looks a bit interesting, but nothing.
I was told it's some sort of religion.
Oh, well. I'm not surprised. There tends to be religion wherever you go. I wonder what this one's about. Let's go see if there's something life-changing happening in the row.
I would hope not. I'm not due for any excitement anytime soon. I think the Upper City fiasco has done it for me just enough.
I agree. I've actually never been to this part. Where are we?
I wouldn't be able to tell you either. This scrapyard. That's where.
Scrapyard it is.
Well, I don't know. I was just saying that's where it was.
It's a sign. Literally, it's a sign. So, what's our Quixote's plan of recently? Do you have any interesting projects in the mix? Something you wish to share with the Union?
We're not really off to too far. We were waiting for our sample to see what else we could possibly do. We did have a nice conversation about work before he and I decided to go on a nice little stroll.
Okay, wait, now I feel bad that I'm
Advancement in
gonna be opening
technology and such.
Well, doesn't matter. The other
Well,
two are
considering the sample is most likely blown up, I don't think you're going to be getting it.
Don't tell me it was all of it.
Oh, I have no idea. The corps don't share that type of information with me. All I know is that they have a sample there that they blew up.
That would be a very big mess.
Oh.
Hello, Marceline.
Good, Koi. I was actually trying to fucking go up, but traffic's shit. I need to talk to you about
traffic's
something.
Terrible. Sure, we'll leave you two to it. Enjoy your time in the row.
Shall we be off then?
I suppose.
Oh, this looks dangerous.
You know, I'll catch up with you, Static. I need to have this conversation with
Yeah, go do that. I gotta go to the med bay. There was an emergency call online anyway.
Speak dead
I'm
end.
aware that this would be more towards the center.
You do know where you are.
I'm proud of myself.
Come on. Come on. Let's head to my shop. Rope.
Small victories, okay?
It is very small victories, but victories nonetheless.
We need all the victories we can get in the Union. We don't get them very often.
That's depressing.
Yes, yes it is. You know that thing where you say goodbye to someone then in the same direction as them?
I believe that you're
Yes.
following.
Yes, I do.
Spying.
And it's funny. It's absolutely funny. Anyway, now I'm gonna enter my shop. If my wrench is not disturbed, that's a first. Package down. Alright.
There you go. Are you signing?
Okay.
Perfect. You have my authorization.
What the hell did you even sign?
People don't think.
Well done, Dagger. Have a nice day, okay?
Are you making
Did you even read the
decisions on
contract?
their
So that's what you thought you signed, huh?
I know you work for them.
I'm going to beg real quick.
I'm sure you'll be good. Okay.
Dude, this is
Nah,
why
man,
you read
you
contracts
fucked.
first.
Hey, you! You work for the Union, yeah?
Yes.
Earlier.
Mm.
I'm sure he'll
Double check, man.
Do you have communication with the rest of your Union people, like a radio or something?
Yes.
Okay. There's a blonde girl. Tell her I need to talk to her about something. Tell her the courier needs to talk to her about something when she gets a chance. I'll be down the row.
That's what you are. I never asked. Huh.
I told you the first time we met. I tell everyone.
If you want to talk to you, there's one right there.
You never told me.
Hi, lady.
I was probably
I'm the
drunk.
fucking courier down here. My name's Morningstar. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Lizzie, Union guy right there.
Nice to meet you as well.
The courier is asking for the blonde girl. Apparently she will be staying in the row for some time.
Okay, where's the other one?
Man, there's nothing
That's the information I was given.
Yeah, no
I mean, I know
kidding.
from
I
my
had the
shop,
taxi
but I don't
speed
think you
money
care
all
about
around,
it.
get as many drinks as we could,
Logos on me too or something.
and
Yeah,
an energy drinks from the clinic.
You know,
Mr. Dash was kind enough to humor us.
I think that's a little bit too on the nose.
Doc, you wasn't so thrilled, but
Yeah, she was a little upset.
yeah.
I was hoping she didn't give you like medical grade alcohol. No.
Oh, I would have drank.
I want to give him a Wodo sticker to put on.
Fuck,
I ain't seen nothing like you here, boy.
For the shit they use on us.
That's because I am from a different planet.
Oh, well,
What's your name?
make sure things are
welcome to the row, I suppose, if you've never been down here before.
Walker.
Thank you. I have.
Nice to meet you.
Wow.
Thank you nonetheless.
A very late warning from the Emperor City Kyoto telling me there was things happening.
Okay then.
Yeah, what a minute.
Well, that makes sense.
Nothing to worry about, I would assume.
Good to know.
If I were you, I'd be just a bit careful around here. Someone around telling us about the Undercity and a volcano going. And,
A very dangerous situation.
messy that. I don't know what's going on with it.
Okay, look,
But,
buddy.
yeah.
All the dirty
Goodness.
guys.
I hope everything's okay down there. And then we had a bit of a situation around over there. Someone about getting a bit hurt.
Like,
If you catch my drift.
It's no good. Hopefully they recover.
really magic
Yeah.
or
This is good information.
whatever.
This is gonna get confusing when you.
Anyway, I'm gonna hunt around see if I can get some food.
Is it?
Okay then.
Tell you that?
I'm gonna go see
Personalities lead as well up to the right, it seems.
Seems like there's much else down here.
That's typically not how alcohol is made.
Go grab some silk.
Yeah, Morningstar, see ya. Simon,
So yeah,
there you go.
since there's so
Okay.
Hey, towel guy. I don't know your name. Sorry. Did you get
Rhapsoidia.
in touch with your friend?
I didn't hear anything.
Rhapsoidia. Right, Raps. All right. I appreciate it. Thanks. Thanks
I
for.
wonder what contract even make that guy sign.
Oh yeah, what'd you do to the guy? I would.
I'm curious.
Man
man.
works.
It's a very open-ended contract. You know, it basically says Doggo can do whatever he wants to do with the corporation.
Well,
the upper city. Would you like to go back to the upper city as well?
Genius, Dago. Well done.
Sure.
I love you.
signed it,
Saw
but you know,
Jesse's
he
frantic
put it on
message,
some-
but I
some
went and
already
did
got
some
notice to it,
investigation.
You know, I signed
Oh.
the
Yeah,
contract.
I have some information about that. There is upper city.
I was hoping the bank be open.
I went to go check on something really quick, so I'll be right back. If you leave without me, don't worry, I have means of transportation.
Hey, you guys work for the union, right? You guys notarize contracts?
Yes.
Okay, I need to talk
Okay.
to you after you're done with this.
Okay, so I have this contract up with the Callous Corporation that they just signed. Can you just like go?
Run, let's go. Fucking go. Just go.
Look, bye.
Sorry,
Goodbye.
I need to be.
I'm out of here.
Fuck it, let's go.
What the fuck? Shit, boy. Hey, what the fuck you doing?
Upper city.
Run!
Run. Get out of here.
Let's go.
Almost there.
What the fuck was that?
We're running. Wait, why are you here?
I was following you guys. We were going to the upper city.
How many people are in the upper city? 43. Fuck it, I'm going anyway. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. The fucking extras are all confused and angry. That's not the right one. Hold on. Where is it? Corpbot. There we go. Let's go. That was great.
Looks like
It
I'm going
just
to
looks
be
like a
reset.
girl
Wait,
and a
no,
blonde.
I
It looks
got
like a blonde. It looks like a blonde dude, a girl, was running away from a massive alien.
I didn't think about that. Here we go. Man, we're pushing the cap. Wait, no, I can't do that.
Oh, gunshots, great. Oh, and like all loud gunshots. Oh no. Who be shooting?
Oh, I was fucking muted.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, no.
If you were told to be here by DM, stay here. But we're bringing a couple people in, so if you don't need to be here, can you go to a different map?
Right, yeah.
But if you're told to be here by DM, listen to them tell me.
Oh, yeah. They have us.
Someone's fucking unloading.
It's probably from the Mars arena, because there's currently a big fight going on.
Still?
Grease Palms is,
Another one?
Oh.
Another one?
Grease Palms, Combat 5, quest thing. Fight to the death.
Oh.
Yeah, so they had a bunch of us fight sci-fi samurai.
Wait. There we go. Where's Marceline? Oh wait, she has to download the map, so it's gonna take a second.
Oh, there it is.
Imagine being cool enough to get to Combat 5.
There you two are.
Yeah.
Hi.
Were you looking for us?
Yes. We were not gonna.
Okay. I made a point this
Bro.
morning. I sat
Jesus.
at
What
the front
a
of Union Tower for an
fucked up
hour
day.
and a half.
My brain
Yes, but that was an
Nobody-
uninteresting hour and a half.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
we
was.
only care
and
about
that's
you
the
when you're
point.
useful.
Sounds about right.
Right now, Undercity. Undercity is at 40. Row is at 30. Wasteland is at
Alright,
44.
so
We're going to the
slowly.
row.
We're going to work now. We're gonna go view some whores and then cry ourselves to sleep. Goodbye.
Go be beautiful,
Whores
Roy.
in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's
Adios.
some whores in this house.
I miss you. I know your
Certified
character
freak.
hates
Please
me.
don't kill
but I
me.
miss you.
7 days a
I
week.
miss you, but I hate your character. Nia hates your character, but I miss you.
Alright,
that
I
a
need to restart. I'll be
gigabits?
right back. Giga! Why aren't we friends, you asshole?
Hello.
Oh,
wait,
shit.
I have streamer mode on. We can't accept. Send a request. Oh wait. I have
Shit,
streamer mode on.
you're
I can't
right.
accept.
I also have
Speaking of
streamer
streamer
mode
mode.
on.
Yeah, never
Oh.
mind. I need to restart. I'll be right back. Oh, actually, I can just.
Excuse
reload
me.
it.
I need to assert dominance for a second. Excuse me. Okay.
That is one of the most disturbing things I have ever seen. Corp bot. There it is.
What? Do you have a problem with my dominance?
Oh
fuck! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit!
Alright, time to go be a robot that's waking up and leaving this place.
Robot. Go have fun. Enjoy roleplay.
I get to play. I get to play.
I get to play with the toys. Oh my god. Oh come on, Marceline. We are. Oh, that's your camera. I thought there was someone flying around, but it's you.
Oh no. When I have it
Oh.
on, it allows me to see behind me,
Yeah, yeah.
so I can hear.
Oh my I put my camera. I put my camera behind me, just so that I have like a weird third-person perspective this entire time. I'm the only person who does that.
Oh no, stream doesn't see that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I know.
So.
Hello, friendo.
Oh boy, were you guys here a minute ago?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I shot it.
Yeah, the alien.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, there's another thing
You
happening.
left and
right
came
now
back.
for like a Combat 5 mission.
Right.
Yeah, the volcano's about to explode in the wasteland.
That was intentional.
Okay.
So, all of Mars has gone down to deal with that.
Ah yes, Mars gets to go.
Meanwhile, I'm
All of
currently
Mars is gone
working
again.
with Saniti now, I guess, to set up a mission to the Golden Lands again. Fun.
Again?
No, we're gonna nuke that fucking thing. Fuck that.
Well, I just spoke to Saniti, and I'm trying to. I think they're not gonna do it now.
The only thing is that if we nuke it, and the same thing that happens in the pit happens to the entire ship.
What happened to the entire ship? You mean we fucking killed the thing by exposing it to an immense
We didn't
amount
kill
of heat?
that thing. Not with the explosion. It went fucking ape shit.
Yeah, just think of it as a chance to spread it all over the place. It's an opportunity.
Do you
know,
want to? Oh, you want to kill everyone? I forgot. You're evil. I forgot for a
Sometimes we forget who Kira is, don't we?
I mean, I'm trying my best to make sure that they don't nuke that thing and kill any chance we have of surviving the apocalypse.
Well, I'm trying to vibe with.
When the aliens' last words are "we are running out of time," that's never a good sign.
Where is she? I'm gonna check her stream. I can't open
Alright.
her stream right now.
I'm gonna go to the
Wait.
row and get some mushrooms.
Did Callista like crash or something?
No idea.
Watch.
Let me give me a minute.
I got DM'd.
Hey.
She's currently just a black screen, so I assume she crashed something. Oh, there she is. Perfect timing.
Consumption has doubled in the last 15
Is that
years.
Callista?
We can change.
She do be loading though.
I do be loading.
Excuse me as I vibe. I'm gonna just.
So, the game kicked me back to my home world.
Really?
Yeah.
I know
And
it's
with
a bug
everything
if
loading in.
it's maxed out, but
Yeah. And with everyone loading in, my frames are just absolute god awful. But that's
let us know when you're done loading.
the usual. Can you grab me a pistol, revolver, because I cannot walk over?
Here's my revolver. I'll go grab it now.
Can't you just claim it?
Hog.
Well, they're lagging.
If it even works, I've tried using the claim system here before. That shit don't work.
The pockets usually work. It just takes forever for it to load.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to press it more than once. They'll be okay. They'll be okay.
Ow. Ow. I hate things in. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I keep hearing Garg saying they'll be okay. I don't like that.
They'll be okay. It'll all be okay.
Why do you look like the reject? Why do you look like a reject Blue Man group?
Why do you do this to me? Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you. Love you, Garg. Oh god. Put the mask back on. Your face looks better than. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh,
never mind. You know what? I'm okay with it. No. Take the shirt off.
No. You have to go back. You have to go back. Roll it back. Roll it back. There we go.
Roll it. There we go. I'm okay with this.
Why
Do
does
you
it
want to
look like
skip
you're
out
a
on
stripper?
Hey, do you want to skip out on?
It really does. I know. It does.
Do you want to skip out on the roleplay and just look at this? Because I mean, I'm okay with this.
Absolutely. I'm okay with this. Oh, he's moving.
Sweet.
I'm going back out without you guys then.
Show us your moves.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna go to the row.
Let's go RP. Let's go RP.
Have fun. Don't
like
die.
I gotta go get some mushrooms.
No, I'm being dead serious. Don't die because there's some stuff going on involving like mannequins and magic and hoodoo voodoo.
Not again.
And like. Anyway, where are we going? Where are we going?
CR train.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's get this moving.
Let's get this over with as fast as we can. Yeah.
Okay.
Show the way.
So,
it's good.
Why are you two running?
I need to talk to Nirvana. Yeah. Why weren't you running? Hold on. Or maybe you were running.
I was.
Maybe that makes everyone down there who was terrified even like justified just a bit. Anyway, Nirvana.
Okay.
But spread paranoia and fear in the hearts of people. Let's go.
Makes sense.
There's a Nirvana representative if you want to talk to them.
I'm looking for someone in specific. Hi.
Hello.
I had an appointment with Amma and Alice.
Amma and Alice? Alright, what's your name?
Yes, Marceline.
Marceline? Okay, give me 1 second. Amma and Alice, we have a client here for you. Their name is...
Leg.
I know we did talk about me coming up here today, so...
Yes, I do apologize about that. We had a bit of a crazy day today, so everyone's been everywhere.
To say the least.
We have someone here.
Oh, didn't you have business that you need to go to?
Amma and
Marceline.
I have more or less.
Oh.
Hey. Well. Oh yeah.
And can I help you, gentlemen, with anything?
Oh, we were escorting.
You
Just
okay?
a
If
tad
now is a good
exhausted.
time,
Yeah, I'm fine.
I suppose you could have a look at me.
Is this about?
Yes, I would actually love to. I've been meaning
Yeah,
to
it is.
try and get a hold of you. If you wouldn't mind
Also,
following us into the
Sally.
clinic. Yes.
I could also help with this as well, given that I think I specialize in the biology department, so I could help out.
Of course.
Just to make sure everything's good.
Well, she's
But,
disappointed.
we can start doing things with this as well. I'll take her back first, and you can talk to them for a moment. It shouldn't take too long to get this started. Maybe 3 minutes. So.
Alright.
Should be good.
You both can follow me into the clinic.
Fantastic.
Alrighty. Let me go ahead and take you over here real quick. You go ahead and get in this first room and I'll be right with you.
Yeah, for speed. Bring your voice down. I'm not gonna stop you from doing it. Are you sure this is a good idea?
Alright, just in here. Oh, no, next one over. Let's go down to the end.
That's got a Helion in it. Where are we going?
Here you are. Just lie down on this bed for me.
They don't know about the biology of my people. Well, as long as they don't do anything too invasive, I should be fine.
Well, I suppose that's why I'm here. Okay. As long as you're okay with it, I'll be in this general area. Not gonna stop you. Tell you that there's a reason why I'm hesitant. You wish for this to be done, yeah.
Like I said, they would find out anyway.
Yes, hopefully this doesn't take too long. Never been a fan of
Ow, I can still feel that a little bit, dog. Ow. Ow. Ow.
taking that spot. Wait, no. That's where they're gonna be using it. Dang it.
I've had worse.
Apparently, I never get to sit.
Why you got cat ears?
Am I not supposed to sit on this?
That is where they usually put the instruments of what they're poking and prodding you with.
No.
That's not gonna make you like want to give me less treatment, is it?
It's up to you who wants it there.
Oh.
They probably have some crazy something or other that automatically cleans it so that no matter what you do, it's always clean.
Either way, it isn't for sitting, normally, so...
Oh, this
Yes,
is a
absolutely. It's not for
by the
sitting.
way.
Unless you need like a
It's
really
okay, you took
clean
it out of my
seat
shoulder.
for some
It's
reason.
alright. Oh, you want to get the other shoulder?
Okay. Seems that they're on their way.
Hello, hello. Is there someone else here?
Yes.
Yes, it looks like there was an
Okay.
emergency.
Don't worry,
patron.
we're being treated by a cat-eared man.
Okay. I love that. Emergencies everywhere. Well, hello, gentlemen. How are you both doing today?
Like, do I get? Is it?
Doing okay?
Absolutely fantastic. How are you?
Yes.
Good, good. I am alive. That's the most I can say as of right now. But
Yes, that
I am.
situation at the Mars Arena was a thing, wasn't it?
Oh yes,
yeah,
it
this one
was.
just got injured in an arena fight. Mars is
It
paying
could be
for it.
worse,
It's all good.
honestly. So.
I've just finished bandaging her up.
So we are
She's
going
done.
just to ensure that I am well
I've just
equipped with
finished bandaging her
the
up. It was just a
situation.
couple bullet
We're
wounds.
going to be
Other one was
analyzing
kinda
you,
bad,
correct?
And that is okay now.
To my knowledge, yes.
Right, I'm gonna give you.
Alrighty, then I'm gonna go ahead and take you up to the front
I'm
where
gonna
we
give you a
have our
prescription for
equipment.
some pain medication.
Is there anything that I should know before starting any type of anything on you?
Well, my skin is how I hear and communicate,
Yes,
so
you can get up.
puncturing that would not be good.
You haven't found any infections, so you should be good to go.
Okay. We'll definitely be cautious of that then, making sure that we don't get anything sharp around your skin, because that seems like it would be the worst possible thing. Let's go ahead and bring you over here.
Oh, is he super dead?
Yeah, he's super dead. She is the champion.
I'm gonna sanitize the area really quickly.
Okay.
There we go, and you can go ahead and sit down when you're ready. If you'd like to lean on the desk or sit on the desk, you're welcome to.
Fantastic, thank you, I appreciate it.
We've all been standing around all day, is like what I would assume. I know the feeling of having to stand and rack around all day, so wait, take a load off. Alright, interesting. So we're gonna do some couple basic vital scans, see how your normal rate of, I'm assuming that you have a heart?
I know I'm alive.
Well, some type of organ that more or less correlates as a heart. Whether that is like a normal human heart or something different, we'll have to see. I'm going to go ahead and get a swab of your skin. Are you allergic to anything?
I don't know.
Alright, well we're gonna do some testing then. Right here I have an alcohol swab. I'm just going to rub it over the base of your top palm here. Is that okay?
My palm?
Oh, the back of your hand,
Okay.
sorry. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just lightly rub that so I can clean the area and see how it works. Tell me if you feel anything.
In what manner?
If it hurts, if it tingles, I'm gonna go ahead and put some cords on you. They're just like sticky cords that are just going to help analyze your vital. There we go. And do you feel anything at all?
Other than those cords, no. At least nothing bad.
So I'm going to take not necessarily a skin sample. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the swab and I'm going to run it over your cleansed skin right here, and it's going to more or less pick up some of your DNA and some of your older skin to see if we can... So sorry. I'm going to put this on the table if that's okay.
That should be fine.
There we go. I'm going to take a swab of the skins, any dead skin cells that I am able to get. We can go ahead and see if there's a means of analyzing it without having to cut into anything. I'm going to put this in a little tube and interesting. So, when your species get hurt, how exactly do you react?
What exactly do you mean by that?
Like, if you were injured in any manner, do you,
I do feel pain, if that's what you're asking.
Well, of course you would feel pain. Is there certain ways that your body reacts? Like, for example, since you said that your entire skin is more or less like an eardrum in the way that you communicate. If you were to get cut with something, would you be unable to communicate then and hear, or?
It... Depending on where it is, it makes it more difficult.
Everything alright, Sally?
Everything's good. I haven't... I've just been asking him some questions and getting samples from what I could without hurting him.
Okay, if you have samples, I can just go over it later. I'm gonna go down to the row for a bit and help out in the clinic.
Okay.
My head is killing.
Alice, come here for a quick
What's
second.
up, Koi? Okay. What's up?
Could you go off for me real quick?
Go off?
Go, like open your mouth for me?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm gonna put a cotton swab, or I'm gonna put a swab in here so that way I can get some of your saliva. And we're going to analyze that. Here we go into another tube we have here. So skin,
I gotta use
saliva.
that.
Do you have any sort of secretion? Or do you secrete anything?
Not really.
Does that include bowel movement?
I don't exactly know what that is.
Okay. Hello, yes? Hi, how can I help you? Alma? Or Amelia? I am not completely sure. They might have checked out early, but I could go and check for you. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty, I will do that. You have a good day. Thank you. Busy, busy, busy. I apologize for that.
Next time you check the, whenever you check the vitals, like pulse and that kind of stuff, absolutely nothing. You get no reading.
Okay. So do you eat?
Yes.
What do you eat?
What you call fruits and vegetables mostly?
Okay. So there's things being digested and put into your system then, and it just doesn't come out afterwards?
Not really.
She's asking you if you shit, Rap.
Not really.
Interesting. I wonder where it smells to. How interesting. You have absolutely no pulse or any signs of physical life form. You have brainwaves, I'm assuming.
Okay, so out of character clarification.
Yes.
You get no vibrations at least. Like there's probably there's a part in there, but you do not pick that up at least. Anything else that's like that.
Okay. No heartbeat. Interesting. I feel like your partner might be pretty tired. Okay. I have a light right here. I'm going to need you to follow it with your head just so I can see how your pupils work. Ready? Going over to the side. Going over to the other side. Middle. Down. Middle. Going back up. And going back down. Okay. So the way that your irises are, it looks like it's a type of treble cleft, I believe.
I do believe, yes.
How sensitive are your eyes?
Somewhat. Like if that was weird.
Oh, the light in your
Yes.
eyes? Okay, I see. Can you, do you have a full spectrum of the colors? I'm gonna go ahead and start placing some little stickies on your brain to start detecting wavelength. And on the back of your spine. You shouldn't hurt at all. Okay, we're gonna get that set up.
It might not hurt, but it is a little weird.
I do apologize. These are just normal ways of going about things, since I can only do so much without having to cut you open. Speaking of which, you did sign a Nirvana contract with us about this whole, research project, yes?
I was not given any contract.
No. Alright then, I could go ahead and write something up for you and set it your way. Essentially what's going to be the TLDR of it is that we're going to have your permission to analyze you and study you, so that way we get more of a basis line for your species, and that way we can figure out how to help you in the future. We aren't going to be doing any type of...
To be sent through the Union.
Yes, of course. I said that I was going to send it to... and to you. Don't worry, I'm not going to have him sign anything right now. I'm just giving him a rundown of what would be on it. I'm going to go through my PR team to ensure that everything of that is going to be alright as well. Since we have to take very critical care of your skin, since it will become very unpleasant if something were to happen to it, we're going to ensure that your comfortability is at maximum. There is going to be also a notice. If you would allow, if anything by the means of something happening to you, or you were to perhaps pass away, if we would be allowed to keep the body, that way we could investigate it and study it for future scientific research. That is also going to be in the contract. You are welcome to either decline or accept that offer, but as of right now, you can think that over. And I will go ahead and send that to my higher up, and we will get that sent straight to you and the Union. I'm gonna go ahead and last thing is check your wavelength for your brain, and we should be able to wrap up here for right now.
Okay then.
Goodbye. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Okay. What am I seeing?
Well, I don't know how those kinds of things work mostly.
Okay.
I'm going to say... I'm going to say a base of normal. Like, it's
Normal
not...
brainwave activity.
It's not too out there, at least. Depending on what you're looking for, sound, that they process sound differently. Obviously, that's probably going to be, if you can get that information, that would probably be one of the biggest things. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that.
Okay. Alright, the wavelength looks normal, and I don't see anything abnormal from that. I'm gonna go ahead and save all of this data. That way we can look for in the future. I'm gonna go ahead and start taking these off. I'm going to be very gentle so it doesn't hurt you. Getting these from your spine. And from the other side of your head, I'm also going to start taking off the ones from your body. I do apologize for all of the cord. And while I'm putting this away, there's one thing I would like to test. Just out of curiosity, if you will. Can I see your hand? Okay. I'm gonna do a really quick tap on your palm right here, okay? Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Does that affect you at all?
I mean, I can very much feel it.
1, 2, 3.
If you're asking what I feel,
Does it feel just like a tap?
more or less,
Okay. Ooh.
I could feel
Alrighty.
the cloth of your glove. If you're interested in that.
Mm. So you have more or less general senses. Touch. Can you smell things easily?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and sit up with your knees at the edge right here. Okay, I'm gonna give you a quick reflex check. I'm gonna knock the bottom of your knee. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Did that hurt too much?
It's fine. I certainly felt it though.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. And then over here, ready? 1, 2, 3. One more time, ready? 1, 2, 3. Alright, so your reflexes seem to be working pretty well then. Okay, that's the most that I can do right now without, getting too intimately close to the knife.
Okay then.
But as of right now, all the information that I have gathered, I'll go ahead and save onto our, processing unit. And I do very much appreciate your time. I hope that we'll be able to talk more about your species and figure out more of the things, more or less.
Of course.
Not only pertaining to your health, but probably pertaining to your history and all that good stuff.
Of course.
Wonderful. And you, sir, I do apologize for it being so long. With a brand new species, it's very interesting.
Yes, I can imagine. It's like opening a new toy.
It really is.
Ready to go?
I do believe so.
Let's go. Thank you very
Wonderful.
much for your time, Representative from Ravona. I hope it was fruitful.
Of course. It was. I'll go ahead and lead you both out through the door.
Thank you very much.
Of course. If you guys need anything at all, please always feel free to come over here and we will be happy to look at you.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. And you gentlemen have a lovely rest of your day. I hope you have a good one. Stay
You
safe
as
out
well.
there.
You as well. Okay. Do you need to do anything else in the upper city?
I don't believe so.
Good. Me neither. Let's double check them. Union, Tower, and then I might. I am very tired.
Okay then.
Oh, I mean, you can do whatever you want. Oh, I suppose I can do. Oh, I did a. Never got on the radio. Anybody on this frequency? What a surprise, there's no one here. You know what? No. I know the meeting room, that there's no one in the meeting room. If you would like to go to the Undercity or somewhere else, please feel free to go ahead. I'm going to go to my apartment and go.
Okay.
Have a wonderful evening.
You as well. Okay, right quick. Wait, no. If that has been lost, if that has been lost, we'll figure it out. Okay, that's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. That is pretty cool. Okay. This is inserting username. I wonder how ridiculous this looks. It got rejected. Typed it in wrong. Got rejected again. Also, please pay no attention to what I am typing, because I'm just going randomly, because out of all of the things to make up, this is not what I want to have to do, because it's probably going to be very not useful. Okay. What do I want to do? I'm totally doing work. It's very slow. But I am reading things. I mean, the phone's reading things, I'm hearing them. That sounded weird, whatever that was. What's up, Jet? How we doing? I did something resembling work. I keep it on. Coyote, I'll go to Coyote. I don't know what else to do. I forgot about my arm for a minute there.
About to disappoint yourself. I've nothing else to say.
I am not blaming anyone else other than my stupid self. I love.
Status.
I love.
Yeah, I heard my name.
We're heading to Suniti. We'll be back.
Alright, I'm gonna turn in soon, but I'm still here.
Well, make sure you take care of everything here. We'll be back.
See, Lieutenant Xavier.
Is
Did you do
Eco
anything or just
is
by the
Eco
way?
available?
I have not seen her come in yet.
Yeah, they're in the row or under city or something. They've been gone for a while.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah,
However,
they usually like that.
I was interested in seeing this hard light I've heard of, if you're willing to show me.
Oh, you mean this?
I'm going to guess so.
Yeah. You're looking for Reed, right?
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah, I think he's after that casino or whatever.
Whatever she says.
You can get information.
What is this?
On me.
Work of art from one of your guards.
Alright, come on. No, he's walking away.
Sorry, I thought you were done.
Come on.
Okay then.
I probably should let you go, but I appreciate the help. I'm probably... What do we like?
I mean,
Hello?
Oh, yeah, sorry, just need a second. This way.
Are you okay?
Been working a ton recently. Bunch of synthetics came in, had to work on them, and then our weapons project, and just R&D stuff. Anyway. Yeah, actually, we also, we heard that sound would be effective against whatever's coming. I mean, I don't know if your people has any,
We don't have
anything that can...
weapons that have been used, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
myself might be of
yeah.
use if you're looking for sound.
Yeah, figure you're a full folk. But yeah, I've got this tech wired up in my suit where I can basically project whatever I need, basically. It's more combat-oriented stuff. That's kind of my expertise, but it'll block everything we have here.
Out
I
of
wouldn't
character,
touch it,
is there a
but,
light hum? Is there a light hum? Out of character question. Yes? Okay. Nope. Okay, there would be a hum. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
It is certainly interesting.
And both arms as well.
If that is...
And then I also have this.
If that is effective in blocking things, it certainly doesn't look like that, but we have similar technologies with sound. More of a repulsion than a stopping
Create
force.
a barrier with the sound waves, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard the theories, but I've never seen it work. You might have just come at the perfect time.
Really?
Yeah. So again, apparently this thing can be harmed by sound, so...
Interesting.
Maybe if there's something that can be worked out here,
Do you have a sample now? I believe Ika mentioned
Sample
that you
what?
might, of whatever was in Mars.
Let's see, we're still waiting on the sample from... Wodo went to a ship out in the wasteland that had some in it, and we're waiting on a sample from that now.
So you have not received it? Okay.
Not currently, no. No, not currently.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But if it is vulnerable to sound, that is actually quite favorable for me.
There is a caveat. Apparently it adapts to whatever's thrown at it, so we'd probably get maybe one or two good hits in before it, you know, works up a resistance. It's one of those types of things. It's, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm guessing bring me in only when necessary?
Well, no, not that. I mean, we'll figure out a device or something. You know. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if you have like a latent ability of some kind that you can use, and then we can amplify that, and then just hit it with that and kill it or
Possibly.
something. Look, I'm sorry. I'm kind of fading here a bit.
You do seem tired.
But yeah. Graver?
Hate to intrude, but this small purple man was in a meeting, so now he's coming back over here.
Small purple man?
That's the person who wanted to speak with us. Mr. Mystic, I don't fucking know. He'll be
Mr. Myth, I believe.
that one. If you want me to speak with him instead of you, I can handle that.
We'll both go to the boardroom or what have you.
Lockett, make sure he doesn't pass out on a terminal and break it, alright?
Oh no, I already passed out in the back room after that meeting earlier.
Make sure he doesn't do that again. Alright, we gotta go back to...
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah.
Have fun.
Just let me know when he shows up.
Yeah, we'll be on 47, I'll tell you then.
Well,
I do not use their radio.
Oh, another thing.
Yeah.
I will let you rest, but I will say that if you want my help and to amplify it, you need something that can receive sound and then amplify it.
Of course.
If you get any more, you of course can contact me when possible.
Yep, I'll do that. I'm sure you already, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, do have a good day.
Of course. Yeah, you too.
So coffee?
I don't know how the hell we're supposed to amplify sound. No thank you.
This is out of my league here.
Just gotta work together. I don't know. I'm sure there's some data somewhere in our files. A lot of data.
Oh, come on, Phil. Come on, Phil. Speakers, man. Microphone and speakers.
We can go have this meeting in the offices. I'll go grab my CU when I see you.
You are... Oh, okay. I don't think we met before. If they're higher up around, I need to talk with them.
Well, it would be Phil, but I'm also head of security of this damn establishment, so there's that as well.
Okay,
Where else can I go?
Is there any higher ups apart from you?
Let me go grab Phil.
Victor, if you can hear me, I have some information that you might find useful. I'll stay out of that. still want to talk to Dolores? Sure, yes, I'll talk to Dolores. Wait, hold up. Why is my entire left eye out of focus? I don't have time to figure that out right now.
West
savage and take the Northwest Passage to...
Hello. Goodbye.
Oh, hello.
Hello?
Are you looking for somebody at Talaris?
Yes, I was wondering if any results were found from the vial of blood that they got from me yesterday.
I think the answer is no, but there are some people who know more about it up there, so... Oh yeah,
Thank you.
you're a vial of blood. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but they're up there.
Thought that was Pillbug for a sec.
Oh yeah, this guy, the guy you want to kill, the killing guy, you know, the one that we're all gonna put in the ground? Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That's him, right?
Yeah. What?
Hello, Tall and Lanky.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going? Can we help you
Where
with?
are your pants? Oh, why do I have my gun out? Huh. Where are your pants?
There's children here.
This
I'm
is
an
my
adult, but
culture.
Still. Can I
Anyway,
not wear
what
pants?
can we do for you? I thought you weren't. Aren't you wearing a dress? A dress isn't pants.
Oh, can I pull it up? I've only
I
been wearing
need
it
as
for
much
like just
skin
covering up
showing
what I
to
was told
be able to communicate. That is the short version.
You wear whatever you need, friend. What are we communicating? Sorry.
Hi, get me naked! I'll be back. I'm going to the Inner City.
A vial of blood was retrieved yesterday and was wondering if there was any tests done on that and what the results were.
Oh, I am not aware of that. Do you know who took your blood?
I believe his name was Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. Okay, he's here. Give me just a moment to go grab him, and I'll ask him about it.
Thank you.
Just a second.
You have 3 toes.
And 2 fingers.
Well, that's more believable. I've never seen the 3-toe thing. That's awesome.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
So if you need more skin showing in order to communicate, maybe you should just put something over the crotch. And then leave this bull crap off.
Maybe.
Just get a speedo.
A what?
A speedo.
What is a speedo?
It's clothing you wear when you want to go. Well, not you. When males want to go swimming and want to look impressive, but they really aren't and look like creepy old men. You should get one.
I don't want to be like a creepy old man.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing, but you don't look like a creepy old man. It just look like underpants on you. Think about it.
I will.
Where the hell is Jeremiah? She probably could have just used the radio. I don't know why she didn't.
He said he did not have the time to look over it yet, but he will let you know as soon as he has.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Have a
Anything
good
else
day.
we can do for you?
No.
You too.
Goodbye. You should find a tailor.
I don't know what I'm doing now, man. Unless I find something, I'm probably gonna stop. No, I don't want to go into the Undercity for half an hour. Oh, but that looks weird. They go back and forth. I don't think there is much more. Nice croak. What is up with my eye? What is up with my left eye? It's entirely out of focus, at least. The top corner of it. I almost was going to go up the Quixote ramp. I was sort of zoned out and on autopilot, then I realized right at the right time, I was like, oh, I don't want to go that way.